to the Hypixel Show today. This is episode 7 of the Hypixel Show, and today we are going to be playing Murder Mystery, and we have a round starting in just a minute. And while we're waiting for this round to start, our champion is going to tell you a little bit about this game.
This game is really fun because you don't really know who to trust. And if you trust the wrong person, then it could end up really bad. But if you trust the right person, it could end up extremely well.
Yeah, that's one of the exciting things about this game is the kind of the risk. And right now, we are going to start a new round in just a moment. Okay, we're back, and we've started another round. It looks like our champion's role for this round is innocent, and looks like there's 13 innocents left. This is the Widow's Den map. I don't think we've had this one before, but it looks kind of interesting. It's really dark, and there's a lot of places to hide. So tell us, champion, how are you feeling about this round?
Pretty good, but like, have I ever felt good on a murder mystery? So like, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he has felt good on Murder Mystery, in case you didn't know the answer to that question, and he's feeling pretty good right now, so that's good. We'll hope that our champion does a good job, and right now he's just running around and picking up some gold. Tell us what the gold does in Murder Mystery.
If you get 10 gold, you can get a bow to kill the murderer.
Yeah, so the bows are important for the innocents. In this game, it almost seems like, it looks like our champion just fell into the pit, so that eliminates him from the round. But in this game, the best way to participate when you're an innocent is to try to get gold and try to once you get enough gold, you can bow the murderer. So we just have another round started just now. This is the library map, and our champion is once again an innocent. Tell us, have you done this map before?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Good.
Is it a fun one?
Very fun.
Okay, well, our champion says this is a very fun map, so we'll trust him. It actually looks like there's some ways you could fall, and it looks like the detective has been killed, which means the bow has been dropped, but that's not a good sign for the innocents. And it looks like 10 seconds of blindness has attacked our champion. So in 10 seconds he'll be able to see, and it looks like he's able to see again. So now he's kind of running around frantically trying to not get attacked by the murderer. But you can kind of follow the dead bodies left around to see where the murderer has been. That's one of the funny things about this version of Murder Mystery on the Hypixel channel. And so yeah, today on this round, our champion is actually doing pretty well. Looks like there's only 9 innocents left. Champion, how are you feeling so far?
Good.
Do you have anything you'd like to comment on about what's happening?
I don't understand, because if you shoot the murderer, don't you technically become the murderer because you're murdering?
Yeah, that's one of the weird things about this game is, in order to defeat the murderer, you do become a murderer in yourself. But in the way the game works, we only care about the one original murderer, that he doesn't do it. And I guess if you wanted to, you could think of this game as it's not a real bow that you're using, but it's like the bow that shoots justice upon the murderer. So that in that way, there would only be one murder. So we're going to turn on the music, and we'll be back when it's time for another round. Okay, looks like a round has just started. This is the Snowfall map, and our champion is again an innocent. Tell us how you feel about this map.
I love this map.
Tell us why you love this map.
Because there's my favorite hiding spot.
Your favorite hiding spot is on this map, so that's cool. Oh, it's there's there's in this murder mystery on the Hypixel channel, the maps have a lot of fun little things you can do while you're running around as an innocent, so that does make it more exciting. And this does look like a pretty big map. I don't know if we've done this one before on the Hypixel Show, but for all you that are just joining, this is episode 7 of the Hypixel Show. Today we're playing Murder Mystery on Hypixel, and right now our champion is an innocent. This round has 3.5 minutes left, and there's 10 innocents left, so it actually is looking pretty good for our murderer. Or not, it's not looking too good for our murderer, but it is looking good for our champion. So, yeah, so do you think that person chasing you is the murderer?
I don't know, but I can't take any chances.
Yeah, that's something important about this game is you really have to be suspicious of everyone in this game. So this looks like there's a lot of cool rooms to run around in one of this houses. This is kind of a Christmassy style map, so if you like Christmas, you'd probably like this map. And now that our champion is still running around, he can tell us a little bit about Hypixel and the murder mystery story.
What do you mean, story?
Like, tell us about a little bit how this game has evolved and the meaning of it, and also the meaning of Hypixel.
I think the meaning of Hypixel is to make sure that everyone can still have fun, but also they can challenge themselves in a good way.
Yeah, and do you think good sportsmanship is an important part of that?
Good sportsmanship is a very good part of that.
And tell us a little bit about good sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship is great because then you don't feel bad about saying bad things, and no one else feels sad that you said bad things. Yeah,
so if you don't know what we're talking about, when you're playing a game, you want to be a good sportsmanship person. You don't want to complain if you lose. You want to. The game's really about having fun, so you want to congratulate people and compliment even if you don't win the game. So yeah, and if you win, you still want to make sure that everyone knows that they were an important part of the game. And ooh, it looks like another round has just started, and our champion now gets to be the detective. Have you been the detective much, champion?
Well, I think it's just a little bit less rare than the murder.
It's a little less rare? Why do you think that?
Because the murderer, like, not everyone's going to be the murderer. But, like...
You don't think it's the same chance since there's one detective and one murderer?
I think it's a little... Well... Like, it's still a high chance, but I don't think it's at the highest chance.
Okay, well, that sounds interesting. So now it looks like the game has about 4 minutes left, and this is the Archives top floor. This is one of our favorites here on the Hypixel Show, especially on episode 7 of the Hypixel Show. We love this map. So if you've seen our episode 1, this was probably one of the most exciting maps that we played. But back to the game. Our champion is working as hard as he can to try to find the detective and tell us, is there any difference between a detective and an innocent with a bow?
Oh, what'd you say?
Do you have any special powers as a detective, or are you basically just an innocent with a bow?
I think you're basically an innocent with a bow.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Our champion does get a bow right off the bat of the game, and he's looking to try to find who the murderer is. This is one of the exciting things about this game, is it's such a mystery. Ooh. And now back to the game. So our champion is still looking. There are a lot of dead bodies around this area, so he's going to follow the trail of dead bodies and try to find the murderer without getting attacked. And tell us, why did that person over there have a bow?
Because he got 10 gold, but also I think that the top person, well, everyone's saying that that person is the murderer.
And can the murderer have a bow?
I think yes.
So if you see them with a bow, does that mean that they might be the murderer, or does that mean they're probably an innocent?
That means that they're probably an innocent. That guy was nothing.
Why are you running away if you're the detective?
Because I need to charge my bow.
Oh, and, ooh, looks like the murderer got you from a distance, but, but now, so our champion didn't quite, make it through that round, but he did find the murderer, and, I guess, can you use the chat after you, are eliminated?
No, because then the game would be less fun.
Yeah, the game would be less fun if people just gave away who it is. So we have another round starting just now, and this is now the Gold Rush map. I don't think we've done this one very much either. This is, our champion is again the role of Innocent, and he is just running around, and tell us, how does the chat work in this game?
If you're still alive, then you can chat to other people, but if you're dead, you can't because they're suspecting your chat. But, yeah.
That's interesting. So, it looks like our champion is just running around looking for a good hiding place. And for all you still listening, if you want to give suggestions of games that we play on the Hypixel channel, make sure you do it in the comment section, and we will try to watch out for those suggestions, and we try to play as many of the games as we can. So back to the game. Our champion is running around. This is the Gold Rush map, and he is an innocent. Tell us, do you have any plans, or are you just kind of running around?
I'm just kind of running around.
Okay, do you have any suspicions of who the murderer is, or do you mostly just try to find people who have swords?
I mostly try to find people.
Oh, and it looks like the detective has just found the murderer, and the innocents have won, so that's another victory for our champion. We will do one more round for today, and we'll be back when the round starts. Okay, we're back, and now this is the final round for today on episode 7. This is the library map, and our champion is again an innocent. That's probably the most common thing in this round, but our GM has been able to be a murderer and a detective recently, so that is exciting. And it looks like we've already. This is probably this is the second time we've done this map today. This is a library map. You should all try to do this map if you can. It's an interesting one. And champion, tell us a little bit about this map.
This map is confusing, but still fun.
Yeah, that's good. And ooh, it looks like our champion just he did die, but ooh, it looks like our champion just won. So that was kind of confusing, but that will be it for today. Thank you for watching episode 7, and make sure you come back for episode 8 next week. Champion, do you want to say anything to the viewers? Okay, well, that'll be all for today. Make sure you come back next week, and I'll see you then.